What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys my final Oscar video before the Oscars. If you guys are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. If you guys didn't see, last week I did my final Oscar predictions video for 2020. I went over the major categories for the Oscars, like Best Picture, Best Director, all the actors, music. So if you want to see my personal picks and what I think will win, all those predictions, go check that video out right up there. And now this week what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be giving you guys my ranking for all of the Best Picture nominated films this year, in my personal opinion. There are 9 films nominated for Best Picture this year. Let me know down below in the comment section what your guys' ranking for all of the Best Picture nominated films this year is. If you haven't seen all of them, list the ones that you have seen and rank them. Give me your opinions, what you guys think of my list. Let's have a great discussion down below. As with all of my ranking videos, this is a subjective list. This is my list overall, my opinions. If you don't agree with it, that is awesome. If you don't, let me know your list. We all have our own opinions and different lists, and let's respect each other's lists. So without further ado, let's get started. Coming all the way down at the bottom at number 9 is going to be Little Women, Greta Gerwig's sophomore effort in directing. Little Women, there's been many film adaptations on this famous novel, and Greta Gerwig's take on this novel, I thought it was really sweet, charming, well acted. The productions, the costume design were just absolutely out of this world. And Little Women provided some of the best performances of last year from Saoirse Ronan, Florence Pugh, Emma Watson, Laura Dern. Just such a great cast in this film. Timothy Chalamet as well as this love interest. I don't think it's better than Greta Gerwig's Lady Bird, but I think this one was really solid. I did have a few issues with it. Just some of the time loops, time travel, past and present, back and forth was a little confusing. I was very confused where different timelines took place, and some story arcs and characters I personally wanted to see more from. There are some preachy moments as well in this film, but that didn't hurt the overall movie. Just, this is a strong, stacked year for Best Picture. 2019, great films nominated for Best Picture. Unfortunately, Little Women, though, is my least favorite. Coming in at number 8 is going to be Jojo Rabbit. Taika Waititi directing this film was a very difficult task for him to do. A film about Hitler, the Nazis, and World War II, that's a very difficult subject line to portray in a comedy-friendly film. But I think Jojo Rabbit balanced the different emotions perfectly. Taika Waititi as this imaginary Hitler, and Roman Griffin Davis gives the best child acted performance of last year. He was great, very friendly to watch. It's a really great movie with dramatic parts and comedy. It's just a feel-good movie that I think we needed in this Oscar season. Now, if you guys watch my top 10 best movies of 2019, that you may be expecting this list in the order. Some picks may have been changed around personally or rewatches, and that may play a factor in my number 7 choice, because coming in number 7 for me is going to be Martin Scorsese's next crime epic, The Irishman. Robert De Niro getting shut out from the Oscars, Joe Pesci and Al Pacino, just Scorsese in his crime epic, in the storylines of Jimmy Sheehan and Jimmy Hoffa, and how they balance out all these storylines, the crime scenes. It's a very subtle movie, and then it goes insane when it needs to be. And I just love that Martin Scorsese did that for this movie. And it's so well paced for a 3.5 hour long movie. You just expect it to feel that long, and it doesn't. It feels like it's 2.5 hours because of the pacing. Now, coming in at number 6 for me is going to be Marriage Story. Marriage Story, directed by Noah Baumbach, starring Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson. Incredible performances all around, just the realistic tone for Marriage Story, and the writing and just the pacing back and forth, and how Noah Baumbach really portrayed a divorce going on screen. This was also something he went through with Jennifer Jason Leigh in terms of divorce, and I thought Marriage Story was a fantastic film. I have only seen it once before, and it hasn't stuck with me until rewatch, but I love Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver's performances. They drive this movie, And Laura Dern as well for Best Supporting Actress. She has this. Coming in at number 5 is going to be one of the biggest surprises to come out. That is Ford versus Ferrari. Ford versus Ferrari. Just the cast to this movie. Christian Bale, Matt Damon, and directed by James Mangold. Whenever James Mangold directs a movie, you know you're going to get greatness. And that's what he did with Ford versus Ferrari. Just the relationship with Christian Bale and Matt Damon, these two guys working for Ford, building the fastest car possible to beat Ferrari at Le Mans 66, just for a sports epic to get Best Picture consideration is excellent. And I have no issues with Ford versus Ferrari. The top 5, I have no issues. Before I give you guys my top 4 picks of my favorite Best Picture nominated films this year, if you are new to this channel and you are really enjoying this video so far, please hit that like button and consider clicking that subscribe button for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content, because I do this on a weekly basis. Coming in at number 4 is going to be Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Now, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, just what Tarantino did with this movie and his direction, just making Hollywood totally look like the 60s, redoing it, was incredible. Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt give some of the best performances of last year. Brad Pitt is getting the Oscar love and Leo's getting the nominations but not getting the love. But just the Rick Dalton and Cliff Booth storyline is more interesting than just making it feel like a Manson murder movie. Margot Robbie was my biggest issue with the film. Wanted her to get more to do in the film instead of just being Sharon Tate. I would put this at number 3, but I've rewatched a recent movie so many times that bumped it higher. But I think Hollywood is spectacular. It has a perfect ending. You know what I'm talking about. Coming in at number 3 is going to be Joker. Joker comes in at number 3. Man, Joaquin Phoenix, just rewatching him multiple times. I watched this with my brother and mother. They finally saw it, and they absolutely love Joker. And that's because of Joaquin Phoenix's sensational performance as Arthur Fleck. And I just love what DC did in here of telling a Joker origin story, but not making it involved with Batman. Instead, we're focused on this man, Arthur Fleck, who is beaten down by society. People are making fun of him, beating him up on the streets, taking stuff away from him. And it's society creating a super villain. Now, these top 2 picks could change on rewatch, but I think these 2 movies are the ones I'm rooting for the most this Oscars coming up. And number 2 for me is Parasite. Bong Joon-ho, a very great director, Snowpiercer, Okja, directs this film about the middle classes and the upper class. It's just fantastic what he did with Parasite. Ensemble cast to this movie alone. Song Kang-ho and the rest of the cast are sensational in this movie. They hands down deserve the SAG Award. They're brilliant in this film. And Bong Joon-ho, this is a director's movie. His direction in here is spectacular. I think the trailer best depicts the movie. The movie goes in a direction that you think is great, but then it goes in a completely different direction than what you were expecting. But my number 1 still is 1917, Sam Mendes' war epic. The one-shot take war epic, and Sam Mendes killed it with 1917. 1917 is an experience like no other last year. You are in those trenches with these characters. The score is accompanying it. Roger Deakins' cinematography, and it's all made to look like one continuous shot. Just 1917 gave me everything I wanted. And filmmaking, why I love movies, and filmmaking. And 1917, for me, is my favorite of the Best Picture nominated films this year. There you have it, guys. That was my ranking for all 9 Best Picture films this year, 2020. Again, guys, let me know your ranking down below in the comment section. Do you agree with my list or disagree with my list? Thank you guys so much for watching this ranking. All my social media links are in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.